Hello everybody, welcome to Simply Living Tiny. I hope that you all are doing well today. Around here in Tennessee, it's been a very busy week at work. It's been uneventful, so that's always good. I really debated on if I wanted to make this video or not, because I know that a lot of you tune in to see how life is at the tiny home. But I started doing something about a month ago, and it's really helped me, and so I thought I would share it with you all. Maybe someone will be interested in what I have to share today. And so although I had reservations on whether or not to share this information, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and share it. Maybe to help somebody. And so that's what we do here at Simply Living Tiny. I share information as I learn new information. And hopefully my goal is to try to help you with whatever you have going on or answer questions that you may have about living tiny. So this is not pertain to living tiny. It's pertain to something that I have struggled with. And I know it's a common thing that people do struggle with. So I just thought I would share what I'm trying, and maybe you'll be interested too. So what am I talking about? Well, I don't know if you've ever made some notes, so because, sometimes I forget things, so it helps to make notes. So I watch a lot of YouTube channels, and I really like some of the podcasts that I watch. And one of them I watch a lot. It's The Diary of the CEO, or Diary of CEO, and it's hosted by Stephen Bartlett. And he has like a big variety of people on his show. And a lot of information. I learned a whole lot watching his podcast. And if you've never watched him before, I recommend checking him out. And he's got a lot of videos on there. Been doing his podcast for a long time and has a lot of great people on there. Just a big variety of different subjects. It's very interesting and very educational. We always need to be educating ourselves and growing, and if you're not growing, then you might not be doing it right, because we change all the time. So Stephen had a guest on his show, an orthopedic surgeon, and her name is Vonda Wright. And she was talking about, of course, as you get older, things that you can do now to help prevent like some of the, as you get older, our joints wear and tear, our joints wear out. So Vonda, she says something that really clicked with me, and it changed the way I thought about things and how it affects your body. And I'm 55, and I know some people may consider that really old, and some people may consider it very young. But as I've gotten older, I have noticed changes in my body as far as like my joints go. Ever since I was a little kid, my knees, like whenever I would bend down to pick up something or, doing a squat, my knees always pop, but it never hurt. But over the last couple of years, I've really been experiencing some joint pain with my knees. And so what she said that made me think about the weight that we carry is like every pound, say like you gained a pound, so every pound that you gain is 9 extra pounds of pressure on your joint. And I just thought that is really astounding to have that much pressure, extra pressure on your joints. And so say like during the holidays, say you gain 5 pounds of eating all that good food during holidays, or you take a vacation and you're eating out and eating differently than what you normally do at home. So say you gain 5 pounds, so it's not just 5 pounds of weight that you gain, it's 45 pounds of extra pressure on your joints. And so trying to keep our joints healthy and to have that mobility, for me, I think is very important, because it really limits what you can do if your joints are not healthy. And I know that a lot of people, they have joint replacement surgeries. I'm a nurse. I never worked in orthopedic, but I helped take care of a lot of patients that had orthopedic surgeries, like shoulder replacements, hip replacements, knee replacements. Joints are being replaced all the time. And I understand that either through genetics or injury or whatever's causing that joint to wear down, age is one, that it does affect your mobility. And so whenever she said that, it just really hit home with me, because sometimes we think, well, I just gained 9 or 10 pounds. It's not really that big of a deal. But whenever you look at how much pressure that puts on your joints, it really is a big deal. And I never thought of it that way before. And so that was very enlightening, and I wanted to share that with you. And I'll link this information. I'll put it in my description. If you wanted to go back and reference it, listen to the podcast yourself. It was very insightful. And through my job, they offer a program. It's called Virta Health, and I'll put that in the description too. And all of this happened like about the same time. So maybe it was God talking to me. Here's an open door for you to do something about this pain that you're experiencing. And I really struggle with weight ever since whenever I was pregnant with my third child. I developed thyroid problems. And so it's been a challenge to lose weight, not just lose weight, but keep the weight off. Because of having thyroid disease, it really affects your metabolism. And so I've tried all kinds of diets, and I know that that's not something that I want to continue for the rest of my life, just trying these fad diets. I want to learn how to eat. And I don't know if you remember this, and it's very confusing. I don't know if you find it confusing or not, like what's good for you, because it changes all the time. I remember back in the 90s, maybe it was the 90s, I'm thinking it was probably in the 90s, late 90s, everybody was scared us to death about eating eggs. Don't eat eggs, it's going to kill you, high cholesterol. And now everybody says, eat eggs, it's good for protein. And so things are constantly changing all the time. And so I got a little sidetracked. So back to my work. With my job, I got an email about a program. It's called Virta Health. And so what they do, they send you a kit, and I get it through my job. My job offers it, and some insurances will cover it, and I'll link their information too in the description. So what is Virta Health? Virta Health is a program that offers a whole lot of support as far as the type of food that you're eating. And their focus is to keep your carbs below 30 grams a day. And you get to eat a variety of foods. There's lots of vegetables that you can eat, but you're staying away from foods that are high in sugar and low in carbohydrates. So with the Virta program, the goal is to train your metabolism to burn fat instead of using like carbs and sugars for your fuel, to use fat for your fuel. And this is also kind of this is like the concept for like a carnivore diet, but with the carnivore diet, you're mostly focused like on meats and cheese. You can have dairy. So like any kind of meat with the carnivore diet. And I did try the carnivore diet and I liked it pretty well. I mean, it's very strict. It's basically like an elimination diet. But I got bored with the food because I do like having vegetables and other things in my diet too. And with the Virta program, you can have all of those things too. You can have like your vegetables. In the beginning, you don't have any fruit because fruits are naturally sweet. And so what you're trying to do is retrain your metabolism. So with the Virta program, it's you have a lot of support. You download an app on your phone and then you get a coach. So whenever you have a question or if you're confused about something, or say you're stalled with your weight and you're trying to figure out what's going on with that, or just want to check in with your coach. And so I like that part of it. They have recipes. And so you can fix like a big variety of food. And they send you tools to help monitor like what's going on with your body. And so I went ahead because it's free to me. But you can also like pay for the program too if that's, if it's not offered through your insurance. And so they delivered a box and I was very excited to get it in. So in the box you have scales and you have a glucometer, and that checks your blood sugar and it checks your ketones because you want to try to get your body into ketosis. And so when your body's in ketosis, that's a sign that your body is using fat for fuel instead of using like carbs and sugar for that metabolism, that energy. That's how it's burning fuel, is through the fat and not through carbs and through sugar. And I got a blood pressure machine, and then they sent me Element, where that's Element is electrolytes. It comes in a packet. It's dry and you just add it to water and that gives you like your electrolyte. And so and it comes with a scale. So if you wanted to like weigh your food, say you're going to eat a meal, you only want to do like 5 ounces of a chicken breast so you can weigh your food. And so it comes with scales too, a food scale. So that's very cool that you have all of these tools, plus you have the app on your phone, and there's a community that you can communicate with. So that's another support system. So you have your coach and you have your community, and then they have things that you can do every day, like articles that you can read or videos that you can watch to help you with that support and on your journey, on your Virta health journey. And so I wanted to share that with you all today, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Discovering recipes. It's kind of like a keto diet where you're eating a low carb, low sugar diet. And so with the app on your phone, whenever you weigh, that automatically it downloads into your app whenever you check your blood sugar and you check your ketones. So your readings that you have, it downloads on the app on your phone. So that's very cool. It just keeps up with everything all in one place. And then you also get a weekly report on how you did that week, like as far how you trend, what your average is, like your average weight was this, your average blood sugar was this, your average ketone was this. So it's a great way to keep up with your progress, to help measure your progress. So you don't just measure like your weight, because your weight does stall. You have your weights like this, up and down, and so you have these other things too to monitor how you're doing on the program. So I like it because it's a really good support, and I wanted to share that with you today. And if you're interested in me showing you some recipes that I have tried that I like, I'll be more than happy to make some videos about some recipes. I wanted to share this information with you today, and I hope that it helps somebody. And if you have any more questions about it, leave me a comment. I'll do my best to answer it, and if I'm not sure, I can reach out to my health coach. I did ask my health coach if it was okay if I talked about Virta Health on my YouTube channel, and he said yeah, he really encouraged it. And so hopefully it'll help somebody. Maybe I never heard of them before. I didn't even know that they were out there, and it's being very beneficial for me. So I started the Virta program. It was February the 3rd, and since I've been on the program, today is March the 1st, so happy March, everybody. So since I've been on the program, I have lost 10 pounds. So yay, that's very good, but I don't just look at it as I've lost 10 pounds. That is 90 pounds of pressure off of my joints. And I have been able, even with just 10 pounds, been able to tell a big difference in the way that my knees are feeling. And I did a previous video, it's been a while back, whenever I got a treadmill for the tiny home. And when I first started walking on it, it just really bothered my knees. But I do walk on the treadmill every day, so I do exercise too. And so I can tell that that's gotten a lot better with my knees and walking up and down steps and things like that. And I had a patient to tell me so many years ago. He said, Brenda, it is no fun getting old. And of course, I was a lot younger then. It's probably been maybe 25, 30 years ago that he told me that. And we face a lot of challenges as we get old. But doing our part and trying to make good choices to prepare for the future. And so that's what I'm always kind of thinking about, is it's not what we choose today and how it affects today, is what we choose today on how it's also going to affect our tomorrows. And we want to have a very productive and healthy tomorrow. So doing what we can today to prepare for that is a good thing. And you know, you're not going to be good all the time. You're going to have days to where, you know, everybody has a bad day. You know, I have a bad day, you have a bad day, we all have bad days, to where we're just like, I wasn't at my ultimate best today, but you know, tomorrow we can restart that. And that's okay, because everybody has days like that. You know, that's just life. Challenging things come up in life, and so we don't always do our best every day, but we try to do our best every day. So Buddy's been hanging out with Nana today, and hanging out with his little friends, Honey and Abe. Yeah, you've been hanging out with everybody today. Well, I went and had some errands to do. And I hope that you go out and you make it a great day. Oh, you had a shake. And God bless, and you be safe. And say, well, what is it, Buddy? Say, we'll see you on the next one. Yes, we will. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring that bell so you don't miss a notification, and leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Wouldn't we, Buddy? Say, we'd love to hear from you. Bye-bye.
We could get out of town.
Bye-bye.
See the beautiful
Bye-bye.
world around. Wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so